spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Drummond. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll set up to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. This one home. It's a touchdown. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Hurry.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Trying to improvise. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a third down throw, and he misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is fielded at the 27.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That's into the hands of Tolbert. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now Allen. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And look at this defense for the Vikings.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Drummond.
He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Cut.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Black block. Set.
They'll run on 1st down. Drummond. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Fight, 6. Set.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
Firing quickly is Allen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
From 3 yards out. And the Bears are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. That's what they play really well here.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Right back to him on 1st down. Shifts by him, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
97.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Franklin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line's been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Aldridge. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down now, Aldridge. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
To the air, Allen.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point safely through. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Allen going to throw. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run on 1st down. Aldridge, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Hustle, hustle. Hawk 70. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Aldridge, and they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Aldridge, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Chicago.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Drummond. And he'll be out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Aldridge. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, Aldridge. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a run with Cook. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a give right side. Aldridge. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Christie. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of avoiding the gain. 8-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line.
Come on, set.
Up the middle they go. Irving, he will push his way down to about the 14.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. They'll run here with Hall.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, set.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces fourth and goal.
Let's go now.
Here it is. Fourth and goal.
Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Chicago, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
run it back, 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 run it back. Run it back, run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off, got the flight plan. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another van. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I ain't stressed about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Run it back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh, yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Double that.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run
it back, 100 stack in the truck with expired tag. Post the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.